What a unique business this is. I am at Garden Bootcamp with Jenna, and Jenna, what a great idea is to teach people how to garden. You know, sometimes us newbies, you know, we're like, what do we do now? We have beautiful plants, but what do we do?
Right.
So how did this all come about?
Well, interestingly enough, being a gardener and someone who designs gardens and helps educate my clients all the time, I was seeing a real need for people just to get the basics on up through the more refined gardens.
Sure.
And I thought, you know, I have this wonderful farm out in Hillsborough with everything, and I'm kind of a sharer. So I thought, what can I do in my backyard to help my community and help also the growers and, you know, get product out there and things like that. So it was a very organic kind of grassroots idea, and it's blossomed and just become so much fun.
Well, that's the best part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, inviting people over to take classes, I think you're taking a lot of the fear out of it. People go into a garden center and they're like, there's just so much that they don't know where to start. And so you've really kind of helped to kind of hold their hand and have like a structure to kind of say you're not ignorant, you're, you know, you're just a newbie.
Well, right, because I don't think of people as ignorant. I think of people as potential. And if you want to learn something, you know, you've taken the first step toward becoming a wonderful gardener. As you know, Judy, you know, gardening is just about the most humbling experience, maybe other than parenting. But, you know, sometimes you fail.
Oh, of course, all of us do.
Yeah,
definitely.
and so what we try to do is set you up for success. So one of the ways to do that in a quick, easy, and budget-conscious way is to build a raised bed.
Oh, great.
And so we have devised a method of having a raised bed in your space, whatever it is. If it's a huge space, if it's a little space, a raised bed is going to make gardening easier for you. And we have this bed here, which is a little bit shorter than we normally do. Normally, we have a 4x8 is a good size because you can reach into it.
Right.
But this size is wonderful for a small garden, and it's made with cedar planks, 2x12, which are nice and rigid and stay straight. They don't cup, they don't bend easily. And I had a local guy, make these little corners for me. So these are powder coated, they're not going to rust, they're wonderful, they're local, and they're inexpensive. We use them to basically hold the corners in place and give you a rigid, well-built structure without concrete and posts and digging.
And you made it all easy because it's all one kit. You just have to get the wood.
Right. And so we put in, Lynn, my partner, put these together. They're so cute. So we have these bags, and in that kit we have the corners. Okay. We have 4 corners for you. If you want to build a double-tiered thing, then you would need 8 corners. And we have these cute extenders that go with it. I'll show you. In the kit are the corners. We also have this industrial strength. This is what the pros use. So you know that kind of paper fabric you can go buy that's super cheap?
Last, right.
You know, the gophers go right through it. They go right through it. It doesn't last. It's a great marketing thing, but this is what you need. So this is wonderful, made out of recycled bottles, plastic bottles, and you put it down. I've had it in my garden so far for 9 years, and it's lasted. So it's a great product. So we have that. We also have floating row cover. And see how lightweight that is?
You know, this is really nice because it's such a season extender, especially for the beginning or end. And maybe we can just demonstrate it because we have those little hoops up, and the hoops come in the kit too.
The hoops come in the kit too. And what this does is it creates an environment. And what you would do is we have pins in there that you pin the whole thing down with, so it's really easy. So on chilly nights, you can put this little tent up, and it actually will keep the area warmer by somewhere between 5 and 8 degrees. Now this is, again, what the pros use. This is something that really works. It's reusable year after year if you don't just shred it, but you know what? It's so cheap. It's not a big deal. You can double it. Light goes through it, but driving rain doesn't. So when we have those spring rains that just like flatten your lettuce, you know, that's not so good. So if you don't have a greenhouse, you can go ahead and get started. You know, start your seeds inside, and we do have a propagating class. And then, you know, eventually you can put them out at the right time.
Right.
But you can use this to extend. It also helps with sunburn. So you remember those days, it's like
they come out of nowhere.
March 20th, you're at work, and you come home and you have completely dead lettuce because it's not protected. So
Right.
this is another way to do that. So
And so are the other classes, so you would learn this in a class, and what are maybe another one of the classes that you have?
well, we have a class called Basic Training, and it's what I like everybody to start out with. It's, you know, that's my preference. But in the Basic Training, you kind of get everything. And we talk about soil structure, soil chemistry. We talk about root growth. You know, what does a root look like? What do the capillary roots do, and the structural roots, and all those things? What's the green side up part of the plant? What does it do? So a little bit of photosynthesis, talk about watering, good drainage, all kinds of
And
things.
soil, which is so important.
So soil is my thing. I'm the soil geek. It was my favorite class at OSU. I could take it over and over and over again. Anyway, so this is a soil formulation that we've come up with, and it has lots of magical properties. Mostly what it does is it gives the plant the nutrition it needs. So instead of having to put the blue liquid all over your plants all the time,
a lot better.
yeah, there's the good stuff in here. So just like we put good nutrients into our bodies and live enzymes and things like that, that's what's in here. One of the special things that's in here besides bat guano is mycorrhizae. So we've added mycorrhizae that's slightly moistened so it's activated. So when it goes in, what mycorrhizae does is it helps fix the water and nutrients so that they'll be taken up by the plant.
Well, you know, there's just so much to learn at Garden Boot Camp,
Yeah.
and come on down to the Yard Garden Patio Show, talk to Jenna and her staff, and really find out. There's some show specials, so you really got to come over and talk to her.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.